Hello guys, BladeWolf88 here, bringing you a Steam Early Access game. This game is called Kona. I saw this on the Steam Early Access site and thought that it would be a good idea for us to take a little look at it. It was something that looks a little bit different, similar sort of vein to, as you know, you see probably a lot of other YouTubers playing something called Firewatch. But I've heard that this is a similar sort of concept, but it is in its alpha stages. So we're going to create a new game and we're going to jump in and see how it goes. As you can see at the bottom there, it does say we are playing an early access version of the game. The journal and photography mechanics are being revamped. To find out more, check out the race schedule on their website. But I thought this would be a good little opportunity to have a little look at something new, basically.
Carl Faubert, private detective, had just traveled thousands of kilometers from Montreal to reach this remote, middle-of-nowhere area, situated near the far northern Lake Atamipek. Granted, this was a great distance to cover for a sole client, but word had it that he was a particularly wealthy one.
Okay, so we're here to meet a client. We're sticking cigarettes out and leaving them on the side, but I'm guessing we're going to want to pick up this stuff.
Carl had to drive a bit further north in order to meet with wealthy industrialist William
So we have a map now, that's useful.
Hamilton was a prosperous owner who had acquired various businesses as well as metal mines in this northern region.
So we've got some cigarettes, we've got some cards, we've got a flashlight.
Hamilton is waiting for Carl in the general store. It was time for him to get down to business.
Let's have a little look around first before we continue. And I love the way this game looks, the way it handles. Doesn't seem to be anything in here. Ooh, what's this? We'll take that with us. Could be useful. The province of Quebec sits on an inexhaustible abundance of natural resources. Why not take advantage of this? Our valuable minerals can travel the world and reach places as far as Dallas, USA. Get involved and invest now. Heart of the wilderness, swarm with wolves, caribous, bears, partridges, foxes, snowy owls,
had a
boars,
lot
and
on his
majestic
plate.
creatures.
He had to
Wow.
get back on the road.
I think we'll take that with us. We can't take anything from this map, but we've got some more information. Shall we have a little look up this tower? Check the bins. So we have a bottle now. I mean, I don't know very much about this game at all, about sort of what's involved or anything like that. I'm quite literally winging this, so we'll get to experience this as we go along together.
The journey ahead was calling.
It's a
The
beautiful
case
game.
won't close itself.
Ooh, speaking of case, so we found ourselves a little chest to open up here. So we've got some shears, we've got medical kits. Can we take those tools as well? No, I guess we can't. That gives us a nice little advantage. We've got ourselves some items. I mean, I'm not sure if this is like open world crafting or what, but I guess we'll just experience it together. Do we get to drive? That'd be cool.
Hamilton never mentioned a road blocking barrier. Why was it needed here in the back of Beyond? That would, however, be a mystery for another day. Carl had waited long enough for someone to come and raise it.
Ah, so I have things I can combine.
The cutters speak
I
quick
can
word
just
of
use the
the
cutters.
chase. What better way to investigate vandals than to get into their shoes? Carl, the professional vandal, thought, reveling in the irony of the situation.
So we've got that open. We can now make our way in. We're going to get in our car and go and meet our client.
William Hamilton enjoyed a lavish
so we can
country
drive.
house built in the very heart of the northern forests, not too far from here.
Hell yeah. So we've got to head out to the general store by the looks of it.
The local populace was divided when it came to the affluent man. Some saw a wealthy philanthropist dedicated to improving the region's economy. Others an aging Englishman who would do anything to further his fortunes. And those folks hated him enough to go on about scheming
That weather took a turn pretty quickly.
Carl was not made aware that winter would come early this year. The North made clear who was the boss up there. Snow, which didn't care much about the date when it felt like dumping its first load of the year.
Oh wow, this is taking a turn pretty quickly.
Hamilton had recently acquired a few local businesses, but the last straw was the reopening of a mine, which gave rise to a wave of protests and threats from the community.
Oh wow, it's a little bit skiddy now. So we've reopened a mine, which people aren't happy about because we're harvesting the natural resources of their land, if you will. So I'm guessing they're sort of conservationists, they don't want us doing that. We're like a foreign aristocratic type person. There's a bullshit that's coming out of nowhere.
Carl reckoned that a good number of people must be feeling compelled to oppose Hamilton in one way or another. So far,
It was weird driving on the wrong side of the road there.
house had been a target, but soon enough, Carl thought, the target would become the man himself. Spanning several hectares of virgin forest blanketed between snow. The Manistan region, comprised mostly of bellowing caribous and violet lakes, wasn't exactly touristic. It was said that the land had harbored the people for thousands of years, but since the Industrial Revolution, it seemed that all they harbored were metal mines.
So we're really not welcome.
Souls claimed the territory surrounding Lake Atamipek. It could hardly be called a village, an enclave, or a settlement, perhaps. Anything that illustrates middle of nowhereness, bordering the backwoods of the creaking middle. The truck was running on fumes. Good thing that the general store was close by.
He's had a bit of a rough one over there, isn't he?
Since 1941, the general store provided the populace with various goods that couldn't be plucked from nature itself. William Hamilton had recently taken over the place. In fact, the whole region, not only his.
Wow, so we're quite well off for ourselves then. Let's turn up the volume a little bit, shall we? Because the voice volume isn't really very loud at all. So let's just change that a bit. I know we do have the subtitles on, but this should make it a little bit easier. So can we get some fuel with this thing? Oh wow, look at that, look at the detail there, the lovely crunching sound of the snow. Cigarettes? Anything in this chest?
A milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottles. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit.
Can't we take some milk? Let's go inside, we'll get some gas. Close the door behind us. What the hell's going on here?
Carl, ever diligent in his work, always carried his log on him, in which he scribbled down thoughts and leads alike during the course of his investigations.
We have our locations. The general store. This is a temporary description of the general store. This is a place where I'm meeting my client, William Hamilton. All this mess suggests vandals or thieves being there not long ago. Could they be the ones messing with his manor? Beta note, for the moment the characters cannot be unlocked in the journal. Okay. Sugar and caffeine. Let's have a look around. Oh shit.
An explosion suddenly occurred outside.
What the hell's going on here?
A radiator without power is as good as a wood stove without logs.
Well, it's a bit fresh out here. We need to get that power up. Anything in the outhouse? Last few days, lack of resources forced the death investigation of Pierre Blaise to come to a halt. The autopsy of the body conducted over the last few weeks didn't reveal any clue that could have helped the investigators, who refused to comment on what would happen next. This new development is happening in the context of the hypothesis of accident, which still, in spite of skepticism expressed by the local population, the ongoing official cause of death provided by the authorities. The incident is said to have occurred in the forest surrounding Lake Atamipek. Here, Blaze was found lifeless 2 weeks ago near a footpath leading to the soon-be-restarted copper mine. Blaze, an engineer by training who was working on behalf of the consortium headed by William Hamilton, so that's the guy we're going to meet, was reportedly in charge of the development plans surrounding the reopening of the mine. At first, police had disclosed that the body had been desecrated. Today, the official version is it was partly devoured by beasts. Seems a little bit iffy to me. But we heard an explosion, so let's go and have a look. What the hell? Oh, we have tracks. Let's take a picture.
The Polaroid, Carl's long-standing and faithful ally, has seen its share of husbands caught red-handed cheating. There's always something out there waiting to be snapped away, even when removed from civilization.
So it looks like the
Carl was no electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem when he saw one.
How can I fix a wiring problem? So I need some duct tape and those pliers. So I've got to combine. Do I have enough to combine? I don't think I do. I've got cigarettes and a first aid kit, so we need to find some supplies in order to get the ball rolling. Let's use our flashlight. We're probably going to need that. Let's have a look in here. Turn these off for the moment. See what this says.
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
Ah, so we have to have one on or one off, otherwise it's not going to work. I guess we need to fix the generator first, so let's... Oh, we already have one of those. We don't need to see that.
By all appearances, the general store also served as a post office.
They're all locked.
Letters and packages awaited the locals' daily visit.
Never know when you might need matches. It's always best to keep ourselves stocked up, guys. It looks like it's sort of like adventure-y mixed with like investigation and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. There's nails, screws and bolts, so that could be useful to us later. What we need is some good old-fashioned masking tape. And fish, drinks, caffeine. Let's go back behind here, because this is where we were when things started to get a bit funky.
The snowstorm pummeled everything in its path. Carl was not surprised when he heard no tone.
Ah, so we've got no communication.
Gilles Lachance, Carl recollected, was the general store's manager. Should Hamilton not be available, he was the man to talk to. Or what if Hamilton had moved up his appointment with his physician?
Can we open this? Guess we can't right now. Let's get our flashlight back out and have a little look. What's this?
You don't leave ammunition out in the open like this. Was Gilles Lachance that careless?
Aha! Duct tape. Other such items.
Finding a key is easy. Finding the right keyhole, not so much.
So we have a garage key. And so should we supply the... Let's have a look up here. Oh, we can get this medical kit. Okay, so we have the masking tape. So now let's go out the back and fix the generator before we get too damn cold. Alrighty. So we need to combine. Oh, we need some pliers too? We don't have everything we need just yet. Let's go and have a look around, shall we? Check the garage. There's something in here. we don't have any logs. Oh, so I'm guessing there are like other ways that we can... Can we chop some logs maybe? No, I guess not. There's another car in here at least. I need a decent set of pliers, it looks like. Check these drawers. Nails? Aha! Pliers! I will leave the radio off. Looks like he's kind of been stockpiling. Poiling? Stockpiling, should I say. Need some oil, that's always useful. I mean, he's got like some food stores here. Alrighty, so... Looks like we've got enough to go and fix that generator now. So, let's head on round there. Oh, there we go. Don't do that right now. Okie dokie, so we'll go over here, we'll fix this. Alright, so we now have generator power. Let's put on... Got it working now? So we should have power. No, I guess not.
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
There we go. Alrighty. So we've got the power back on for the shop. Turn that off, we don't want to be listening to that crap. So we've activated pump 2, let's go and top up our car. Oh, let's go around. Alrighty, so we topped up the car. Let's have another little look around in that garage, because this was where he was supposed to meet us. So we're gonna turn on the lights in the garage. We'll go and have a little look, see what's happening. Don't want to be staying outside in the cold for too long now. I guess we do have light in here now. Kind of. Wonder why we're doing that. Oh, what's this? A crowbar.
At long last, the crowbar was within Carl's grasp. Surely it would come in handy at some point.
So we have a crowbar, but not much real use for it. There doesn't seem to be much else there. Can we open this? Doors are shut from the other side, so we can't really open that anyway. Let's go back about our business, I guess. See if we can find out where our contact is. Maybe he got called in the store. This road's not the most even in the world, is this? Maybe we can go up here. Have a look at our map. Okay, so we're there. We don't want to be turning off. We want to be continuing up. a good idea to be driving one-handed? Let's see what our journals. Got a map. That's the gas station. Let's get out the car. Have a look at our journal, see what it says. I need to have a look inside the general store. Snowstorm proved too powerful foe for the electric transformer. Hamilton stood me up. Cloak didn't tidy things up before closing the shop, obviously. Need to find my client. What if something befell him? Seems Hamilton had a doctor's appointment. Perhaps it longer, but doctor's office is not too far away. Okay, so, locations. We've got to find the doctors. Let's see if the map can tell us where that is. Let's have a little drive along here. Oh wow, what's happened here? What is that? Some pictures.
The track was fresh. That meant the car sunk down just a little while ago. Now where the hell could the passengers possibly have gone?
We better go try and find them. Can I get over this? I don't know if I can. Let's give it a bit of a run up. Maybe we can go this way. I don't think it wants us to go there. Maybe we should get out the car here and have a little look, see what's going on. What is this? More of that ice again. We've got wolf tracks. Oh, what the hell?
Carl felt engulfed by a wave of cold, and for a second thought he was fainting.
What is this?
Carl had no issue recognizing the spirit-like figures, but he couldn't figure out what they wanted from him.
What do you want, guys? Is it this? Is it the ice? Let's equip the crowbar, see if we can do anything with this. Can we attack them, maybe? What about if I use the flashlight? It don't cast normal shadows. I'm leaving, screw that.
The further Carl moved away from the ice block, the more his senses came back to him.
That was really weird. There's something weird about that ice, definitely. What is this?
Someone must have dropped this in a hurry, but whoever did was heading into the woods. Carl's tracking instincts were quickly kicking in.
This man seems to be Wilfred Roy. Okay. Can we take it? clothes. That doesn't make any sense. Anywho, I think I'm going to leave this episode here, guys. As you can see, it's a very early game, but it does look like a lot of fun, a very interesting concept to it. It seems there's a lot more to this than meets the eye. I do hope you've enjoyed it, and as always, thanks for joining me in this one, and I hope to see you in the next one.